Here's the brutal, no BS truth you need to hear. When limited partners get too deep into the day-to-day, everything starts to break down. You don't just piss off the founders, you suffocate the whole deal, the whole potential, the entire reason you're even involved. And yet, so many keep falling into this trap. Micromanaging, overstepping, acting like they're running a company instead of just backing the damn thing. It kills momentum, kills trust, and most of all, it kills results. Look, limited partners are needed. Capital is power. But that power doesn't come with a handbook that lets you run every move. When LPs cram themselves too far down into operations, they blur the lines and start wrecking what they paid for: autonomy. Founders don't want babysitters. They want partners who get the hell out of the way when it's time and only step in with the right kind of value. Not constant suggestions that feel like orders, not endless calls telling the team how to run their product, marketing, or hiring. This isn't about shaking confidence, it's about respect. Yours and theirs. Do you need to be part of the story? Sure. But don't become the story. The moment LPs overstep, it creates tension. Flashbacks, politics, decision paralysis. That tension is poison. It slows down innovation and kills risk-taking. And trust me, no founder wants to lose their freedom to build because some investor thinks they know better how to code, pitch, or hire. That's a guaranteed recipe for disaster. So how do you stay in the game without crossing the line? Start here. Embrace that your role is to enable, not to command. You fund, you advise, you open doors, but you don't run the company. If you're itching to manage, you're in the wrong seat. Instead, demand clarity on roles up front. Set firm boundaries before you write a check. Next, get obsessed with info flow, not control. Build reporting systems that give you timely, relevant info. But whatever you do, don't use those reports to micromanage. Use them to ask better questions. Actually listen and push the founders to think harder, not just do what you say. That separates the good LPs from the control freaks instantly. And here's the non-obvious part most miss. Lean into selective friction. Let the founders know you expect them to challenge you as much as you challenge them. Make it clear that this is a partnership, not a dictatorship. If you're always the one calling the shots, things will stagnate. Growth comes from tension, from challenge, from an uncomfortably honest relationship. But that has to be built on trust, which you ruin the moment you go too deep. Also, get ruthless about cultural fit. Supporting founders means understanding their limits, their style, their triggers. If your personality or your methods clash with theirs, step back. Your money doesn't give you a free pass to force better decisions your way. Either adapt or stay out. Finally, and this is huge, stop confusing involvement with value. More meetings don't equal more impact. If you're not pushing the right leverage points, big hires, strategic introductions, helping open markets, then you're just noise. Deliver value where it counts and let the founders handle the rest. Here's the brutal takeaway. If you stay too deep, you lose everything. Respect evaporates. Returns dry up. Startups slow, founders freeze, and the whole partnership collapses. But when you back off strategically, focus on impact, respect the founder's domain, and demand grit, that's when the magic happens. That's when capital turns into real change. You want to be the LP who builds legacy, not the one who suffocates every deal you touch. So ditch the urge to control, double down on strategic support, and learn to sit back just enough to let the founders build what they were meant to build. That's the only way to win. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and open the featured link to discover more.